couple days ago, we pulled the Dark Gunslinger. Today, we are going to build and test him out. Let's see what he does. First skill is double hit damage based on your speed. We don't have a lot of speed on him. I already geared him up. We don't have a lot of speed on him, though. Second skill is a attack 70 to 100% chance to inflict 2-turn paralysis, speed down, and block. Same as the tree one. Cooldown is in 3 turns after it is maxed. And then the Bounty Hunter passive. This is really what makes him good, though. The Bounty Hunter passive increases your critical rate by 2 times of your luck rate, so we don't have to worry about crit rate. We have to make sure that he's got a lot of luck on him, and that's great for dungeons. Your attacks apply 2-turn mark on the target, and enemies under mark will receive 10% additional damage. And then we also have the leader ability. All teammates get 33% attack during dungeon battles. So dungeon. Let's test him out. Let's see how he does. We have some skill ups for him, and we also have some unripe power beans, so hopefully we can skill him up close to max. I would like to think. I guess we'll find out soon enough. We have 4% extra attack on the physiques. He is on luck crit damage attack. His crit rate is 34%, but his luck is 55%, and we are going to be doubling it, which means he's got over 100% crit rate, which means he might crit every so often. No, I'm just, he should be critting every single attack. He should be critting every single attack. So, not really too much speed. However, we are also going to, well, I suppose we don't have to do that, do we? The extra crit rate on him. That's one thing that doesn't need, but it doesn't show directly here when you start stacking the luck. It doesn't start showing the increase in crit rate. I wish it did, but we're going to, I think we're going to be able to fully specialize him. So let's finish building him and let's test him out. So here we are in the light radiator. I do have a gripe though. And I think this doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but his crit rate is now 49% because when he's 6-starred, he awakens into crit rate, which we shouldn't need because he is going to have over 100% crit rate based on this. So increase critical rate by 2 times of your luck rate. He should have over 100% crit rate. So really shouldn't need that. Also, it's not really visible. I would love it if it was visible, because everything else, like if you upgrade something from arena or guild, like one of the little trinkets, whoever said trinkets, someone said trinkets to me, and I'm like, I've just been using it ever since. I feel like that's the most, I haven't found a more fitting thing to call them. But when you do that, it's visible on the screen, but here it's not. So I'm hoping that it's working as intended. Let's test it out. We got the leader skill, so we don't have to use, a lot of times we use the Water Ghost Captain or the Water War Nurse for the leader skill, but since we have this guy, we don't need. So let's see how much damage are we going to do. We got 34 there, 34, okay. 97 ignore defense. Already getting showed up. But let's see. We do need a defense break. That would be nice. Yeah, there we go. So let's see how much he does now with the defense break. You see the passive activating. Yeah, you see every time something hits, that passive activates. Because of the mark. So keep that in mind. So we're smoking this boss. No question about it. Look at all the debuffs. Oh, I should have showed the specializations. And since we don't have any Water War Nurse, we can see a decent enough comparison. But also, he's passively, we can see a decent enough comparison between him and the other damage dealers on the team. There's 4 damage dealers in the back row. But the thing is that he is still helping them with that mark. So he's helping them do more damage. You see the passive not activating here because the boss does not have a mark on them. So you don't see the passive when something attacks. So let's see. 5.6, not anything crazy. Yeah, we did plenty. So he did 598,000 damage, but the other ones did much more. Let's test him in against a guild boss where we're going to need some of those debuffs because That's kind of the thing where the clockworks, they can do damage, but the guild boss, we need the debuffs to make sure that the guild boss is debuffed. Yep, nailed it. So we already did our guild boss attacks for the week, so we're going to have to test it out with the test function on this. We did 13 million with the tree gunslinger. Let's take the tree gunslinger out. And let's see. It's always a dangerous idea because he's the one that does a crazy amount of damage. Let's see how this does here. Now, there are not too many guild content attack power leaders. There's a few, but this doesn't work here. This is just for dungeons, and the guild bosses are not... I mean, they're dungeons, but they're not classified in the game as dungeons. So none of these leader skills work here except the crit rate, the fire crit rate. But we're going to have to use this one, which was great for the tree gunslinger, but not really so great for the dark gunslinger. So hopefully we can still do some damage. Oh my goodness. Let's actually, you know what I think is going to be... No, we will continue. We'll use the same one. We'll test this out with the same one. And then maybe we will swap out the... because maybe this might last longer. So with those debuffs on it, this might actually be a longer match. And then we do more damage that way. So we will see. You never know till you know. And then after that, we will try, instead of the Warners, we will try the light spider. But the light spider, this is not a team. Actually, that wouldn't make any sense because it's not a team full of damage dealers. So that's really not gonna help anything. We would 100% have a lower score with that in here. In the other one that we just tried in the radiator, that would be a different story. The light spider would do great there because multiple damage dealers, but this one, that wouldn't make any sense. So let's fast forward because we don't want to see a 30-minute run of just the light guild boss, and we'll see how this does at the end. Well, that was short-lived considering he only made it to about 4.5 million damage before the boss just did enough damage to obliterate him because he didn't have enough tankiness. He didn't do that much more damage than the water warners either. She got a little bit of time that he wasn't there after he died, but really wasn't too much more than she did. So let's go here and we will take these out and we will put in this, and we will put in, I don't know why I'm going over there. We'll put in this. And we'll see. On the bright side, so I guess he's not for... Hey, I guess he's not for guild bosses, but he really should be for guild bosses because he's got all those debuffs. Maybe it's just hard to justify him versus the tree gunslinger, which is just so amazing. Maybe we could bring him in with the tree gunslinger and do even better. That could be an option. Actually, we should definitely try that. Okay, so we're going to try that next. We've got this going on now. We have a plan, guys. We have a plan. That could be exciting. The both of them together. Gunslinger magic. That could work. We could make that work. It might work. We won't know till we know. But again, see now here, we're seeing the bounty hunter passive acting up, activating. We're seeing the bounty hunter passive activating, where things are, as long as the mark is on the unit, is doing more damage. So let's see how much damage this ultimately does. Maybe this will be better. I do like that we can use his leader skill. That opens a few more lineups. So we don't have to use the Warners or the Pirate Captain, Ghost Captain, Ghost Pirate Captain. All right. Yeah, the other teams, sadly, still, I think, do more damage. It's good. It's not bad, but it's hard to justify something versus some of the best damage dealers and supports in the game. So not that he's bad. It's just other things are, well, I would say this is about the same as the other one, because look at the best damage is 5984. This damage is 5590, but this is not showing our best run. This is just the first run that we tried. So we could possibly even get a better score after this with this team. We're going to try it now with both of the gunslingers, and we're going to see we have no war nurse. So we'll see how this one does. I'm curious to know. We're going to have plenty of debuffs though, because the gunslinger, the tree gunslinger does the same debuffs with skill 2. So hopefully we didn't have any block there. Lovely. But hopefully it does well. We will see at the end. He just doesn't like staying alive here. It might be his gear, it might be the dark arena trinkets, maybe less HP and defense upgrades on some of those. And the damage as we expected is nowhere even close. But he is helping the tree one do more damage with that mark. Decided to do another 10 run to see if we can get a better score than what we previously had. I don't know if it's going to actually happen, but we will find out. I did see one of them was, I didn't see the results of all of them yet, but I saw that one of them was a wipe. I saw the corner of my eye. I was like, oh, that's not going to be a great score there. Okay. We got revenged. And we got obliterated. So let's see. Yeah, it was that one right there. So close. Close to the best. So I would say same-ish. Same-ish effectiveness as the other ones that we had. We'll do those later. We'll do those later. But I want to show you guys the specializations for this. If I didn't already do it, we got the extra attack. We got the damage received from bosses, even though he was dying to them. We got that. Critical damage increased by 10% when the first hit of your attack hits an enemy. When you don't have attack up, attack increases. When you don't have defense up, defense increases. Damage increased when attacking together with other allies, which for the most part, a lot of the time is not going to really matter. Unless, of course, team up allies. Then we have Rebellious. Each time you receive a debuff, critical damage of your next attack increases by 15%, stacks up to 3 times. And Seniority, increased attack power by 5% of base value up to 10 times. So I was hoping he was going to do a little bit better, but, you know, he didn't do bad. He didn't do bad. He just got outshined by some of the best damage-dealing units in the game. So anyway, that's it for this one. That's his stats again, but the crit rate should be buffed based on the luck. Anyway, that's it for this one. See you as always in the next one.